What if I told you that the biggest retirement mistake you can make isn't about how much you save, but what you own when you finally decide to stop working? That the very assets you've spent a lifetime accumulating could be the very things that sink your golden years? It's a scary thought, right? You picture freedom, travel, time with grandkids. But for too many, that dream is replaced by a slow-burning anxiety as they watch their nest egg shrink faster than they ever imagined. The good news? You can prevent that. And it starts by being ruthless about what you sell before you flip that calendar to day one of retirement. Stick with me, because we're going through the 5 things you need to get off your books, and I'm not just talking about the obvious stuff. This is about strategic downsizing for your peace of mind. And if you're planning for that final chapter, you're going to want to subscribe. We tackle smart money moves like this every single week. Let's start with the big one, the emotional anchor, the family home. This is the toughest one. It's not just a house. It's where you raised your kids. It's where the memories live in every scratch on the floor and stain on the countertop. But let's talk numbers, not just nostalgia. That 3,000 square foot home with 4 bedrooms, how many of those rooms do you use every day? You're likely paying a fortune in property taxes, insurance, and maintenance for space you don't need. Think about the roof, the HVAC system, the landscaping. The equity from your home is often the largest untapped resource for retirees. Source: Joint Center for Housing Studies of Harvard University, housing America's older adults. Selling the family home is about trading square footage for peace of mind. It's the first and hardest step to a secure retirement. All right, you've dealt with the big one. Now, let's talk about a silent wealth killer hiding in your garage or driveway. The second car. For decades, that second car was a necessity. One for you, one for your spouse, to get to jobs, to run errands. But in retirement, your daily driving patterns change dramatically. Suddenly, that second car sits there 95% of the time, all while costing you money. We're talking insurance premiums, which can be hundreds of dollars a month, registration fees, depreciation, maintenance. It's a depreciating asset that's actively draining your resources. Selling it frees up a surprising amount of cash flow instantly. And with ride-sharing services and delivery for everything from groceries to prescriptions, the inconvenience is minimal compared to the financial relief. One car shared between 2 retirees is more than enough. It's a simple move, but that extra $4,000 a year in saved costs could fund a nice little anniversary trip, don't you think? Before we get to the next 3, I want you to think about this. Are you holding on to things out of utility or out of habit? Because the next one is all about cutting the cord on expensive habits. Your outdated life insurance policy. Now, hear me out. Life insurance is crucial when people depend on your income. If you pass away, your family needs that safety net to pay the mortgage, to cover living expenses. But in retirement, the game changes. The kids are grown and self-sufficient. The mortgage might be paid off. Your surviving spouse is likely living off retirement accounts, Social Security, and pensions, assets that are already in place. So why are you still paying sky-high premiums for a policy you might not need? A permanent life insurance policy, like whole life, can cost you thousands a year. For many retirees, it makes more sense to cash out that policy, take the surrender value, and plow that money into your investments or your emergency fund. Now, this is a complex decision, and you must consult a fee-only financial advisor. Don't cancel anything before you do that. But for many, that policy is a dormant asset that can be converted into liquid cash to fund the life you are actually living. The average annual premium for a whole life insurance policy can be over $3,000. Source: Forbes Advisor, Life Insurance Statistics and Facts, 2024. Speaking of dormant assets, this next one is for anyone who ever had a hobby that turned into a very expensive collection of dust. The costly hobby equipment. We all have them. The woodworking shop full of tools you haven't touched in 5 years. The professional-grade photography gear from your "I'm going to be a photographer" phase. The RV that you used 3 times and now costs you $150 a month in storage fees. This isn't just stuff. This is latent cash. That $5,000 lathe or that $3,000 camera lens is money sitting on a shelf. In retirement, your cash flow is king. Selling these non-essential high-ticket items converts clutter into capital. Use online marketplaces, specialized forums, or local consignment shops. That money is far better off in a dividend-paying stock or a bond fund than it is gathering dust in your garage, reminding you of a hobby you've moved on from. And finally, we get to the most controversial, yet potentially most liberating thing to sell. The illusion of your company's stock. So many people, especially those who worked for large corporations, retire with a significant portion of their net worth tied up in their former employer's stock. It's familiar. It feels safe. But it's the opposite of safe. That's not diversification. That's gambling your retirement on a single company's performance. You've already spent your career with this company, your paycheck, your health, your time. Don't risk your financial future on it too. The classic example is Enron, where employees lost everything because their retirement was all in company stock. It's a preventable tragedy. The smart move is to systematically sell those shares and reinvest the proceeds into a broad, diversified portfolio of index funds or ETFs. This spreads your risk and protects you from a single company's collapse. It's not about loyalty, it's about logic. Concentrated stock positions carry significantly higher risk than diversified portfolios. Source: SEC.gov. Investor Bulletin: Concentrated Stock Positions. So, there you have it. The 5 things to sell before you retire. The family home, the second car, outdated life insurance, costly hobby gear, and company stock. It's a checklist for financial clarity. It's about being proactive, not reactive. If this gave you a new perspective, if it made you think, then do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We're building a community of people who are taking control of their financial futures, one smart decision at a time. And for your next step, watch this video right here. The 3 biggest Social Security mistakes retirees make. It's the perfect companion to what we just talked about. Remember, retirement isn't about what you leave behind. It's about what you get to start. Make sure you're starting it on solid ground. Thanks for watching.